The 1920s, an era of wild parties, jazz music, rebellious flappers, and the rise of Prohibition. But beyond the glitz and glamour, this decade was a time of social and political upheaval, setting the stage for modern America. What made the Roaring Twenties so unique, and how did it all come crashing down? Let's find out. With the end of World War I in 1918, America was ready for a fresh start. Soldiers returned home, industries boomed, and a new sense of optimism swept across the country. The economy flourished, urbanization exploded, and a spirit of rebellion against old traditions took hold. It was the perfect storm for a cultural revolution. One of the defining elements of the Roaring Twenties was jazz. This electrifying new music genre, born from African American culture in New Orleans, spread across the country like wildfire. Jazz legends like Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, and Bessie Smith dominated the scene, bringing people of all backgrounds together in lively nightclubs and speakeasies. But jazz wasn't just music, it was a movement, a rebellion against the old order. Meet the flappers, the bold, independent women who redefined femininity in the 1920s. Gone were the long skirts and conservative behavior of the past. Flappers rocked short haircuts, knee-length dresses, and daring attitudes. They drank, smoked, and danced their way into history, challenging traditional gender roles. Women had just won the right to vote in 1920, and the flappers symbolized a new era of empowerment and change. While the 1920s were all about fun and freedom, the U.S. government had other plans. With the passage of the 18th Amendment, alcohol was banned, leading to the rise of the illegal liquor trade. But instead of stopping drinking, Prohibition fueled organized crime. Bootleggers, speakeasies, and gangsters like Al Capone made millions smuggling booze, and violent turf wars between rival gangs became common. Prohibition was meant to clean up society, but instead, it turned America into a lawless playground. The Roaring Twenties weren't just about parties, America was in the middle of an economic boom. The rise of mass production, pioneered by Henry Ford's assembly line, made cars, radios, and appliances more affordable than ever. A new wave of consumer culture emerged, with Americans buying on credit, investing in the booming stock market, and living life to the fullest. But was this golden age too good to last? Despite the glamour of the Roaring Twenties, it wasn't a golden age for everyone. Racial tensions remained high, and the Ku Klux Klan saw a frightening resurgence, spreading their message of hate across the country. Meanwhile, African Americans found a voice in the Harlem Renaissance, a cultural explosion of black art, music, and literature that redefined American culture. The 1920s were a time of both progress and deep social struggles. The stock market crashed, wiping out fortunes overnight. The booming economy collapsed, leading to the Great Depression, one of the darkest economic periods in American history. The glittering decade of jazz, flappers, and wild nights was over, replaced by years of hardship and struggle. The Roaring Twenties were a time of excitement, excess, and change. It gave birth to modern pop culture, transformed women's roles, and redefined American society. But it also showed the dangers of overindulgence and economic instability. What lessons can we learn from the 1920s? Are we repeating history today? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more history deep dives.